Hi, friends. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jamie.
Make yourself comfortable. Grab some water, tea, or coffee. Today, we're going to take one tiny English word that you hear everywhere and really understand how it works.
This word is short but super powerful. You see it in textbooks, in movies, in songs, and especially in casual conversation.
The word is like.
We use like all day. I like coffee. That cloud looks like a dragon. I feel like going for a walk. She was like, no way. It's like really hot today.
One small word, many jobs. And if you understand like well, your English will sound much more natural and relaxed.
So in this long, cozy lesson from English Pro Space, we'll go deep into like. Like as a verb, I like pizza. Like as a preposition, looks like, feels like. Like in expressions, feel like, something like that. Like in real spoken English, filler, be like. The difference between like and as, and lots of practice and real conversations.
No pressure, no rush. Just clear explanations, real-life examples, and friendly step-by-step practice.
All right, take a deep breath.
And let's start learning together.
Part 1. Why like is such a big deal? Before we break everything down, let's talk about why like is so important.
First, we use like to talk about what we enjoy and what we prefer. I like coffee. I like quiet mornings. I like learning English.
Second, we use like to compare things. This city feels like a maze. That song sounds like an old movie soundtrack. You look like you didn't sleep much.
Third, like appears in many everyday expressions. I feel like eating ice cream. Something like that. It's like when you're really tired but you can't sleep.
And finally, in real spoken English, people use like as a kind of softener or filler. It was like really crowded. I was like, are you serious? Many learners only know like as to enjoy, but native speakers use it in so many more ways.
Today, we'll make those ways clear, simple, and practical, so you can start using them right away.
Let's begin with the most basic use, like as a verb. Part 2. Like as a verb, talking about what you enjoy.
When like is a verb, it means you enjoy something or you think it's good. Basic patterns. Like plus noun. Like plus pronoun. It, them, him, or her. Like plus ing. Verb plus ing. Like plus to plus verb. To do, to go, etc.
Let's start with like plus noun or pronoun.
I like coffee. I like chocolate. I like books about history. She likes dogs. They like it here.
We use it for general preferences, things you enjoy in general, not just one time.
Now, like plus ing. This is really common.
I like reading in bed. I like listening to music when I cook. She likes walking in the park. They like playing video games together.
We often use like plus ing to talk about activities and hobbies we enjoy regularly.
And we can also say like plus to plus verb.
I like to read before bed. I like to listen to music when I cook. She likes to walk in the park. They like to play video games together.
So what's the difference between I like reading and I like to read?
In everyday conversation, the meaning is almost the same. Sometimes, like plus ing feels a bit more general and relaxed. Like plus to plus verb can sound slightly more choice or habit, but it's a small difference.
For example, I like reading. Reading is something I enjoy in general. I like to read before bed. That's my usual routine or habit.
But if you don't want to think about the difference, both are okay in most cases. Native speakers use both.
Dialogue. Like as a verb. Emma, what do you like doing in your free time?
I like cooking something simple and then watching a series.
Nice. I like playing games on my phone sometimes, or I like to read if I'm not too tired.
Friends, notice how we naturally use like plus ing, like cooking, like watching. Both are natural.
Part 3. Common mistakes with like as a verb.
Now let's fix some very common mistakes.
I like watch. Many learners say, I like watch movies. I like play football. Correct. I like watching movies. I like to watch movies. I like playing football. I like to play football.
So after like, if it's an action, you need verb plus ing or to plus verb, but not the bare verb alone.
Forgetting the S. We also see she like coffee. He like playing chess. Correct. She likes coffee. He likes playing chess.
Remember, he, she, it plus likes with an S.
I am like chocolate. Another funny one. I am like chocolate, if you mean you enjoy it. That sounds like you are similar to chocolate. Correct. I like chocolate. We'll talk later about this other use where like means similar to. For now, just remember, I like chocolate means I enjoy it. I am like chocolate means I am similar to chocolate. Strange, unless you're writing a poem. Part 4. Thing versus action. Simple rule for like.
A quick trick to decide how to use like as a verb. Ask yourself, am I talking about a thing or an action?
If it's a thing, use like plus noun. I like tea. I like this song. I like your shoes. If it's an action, use like plus ing or like to verb. I like dancing. I like to dance on weekends. I like sleeping late on Sundays.
So not, I like sleep late, I like sleeping late, or I like to sleep late.
Simple rule, very powerful. Part 5. Like as a preposition, similar to.
Now let's move to the second big job of like, as a preposition meaning similar to, in the same way as.
Here, we're not talking about enjoyment, we're comparing things. Basic pattern, like plus noun or pronoun. Examples, this weather feels like summer. That building looks like a castle. You sound like my brother on the phone. This soup tastes like garlic.
We often use like with our senses, look like, sound like, feel like, physical, taste like, smell like.
You look like you need some sleep. That song sounds like an old jazz soundtrack. My hands feel like ice. This juice tastes like mango. The kitchen smells like fresh bread.
Here, like doesn't mean enjoy, it just connects one thing to something similar.
Similes with like. English has lots of similes, comparisons using like.
Sleep like a baby, run like the wind, eat like a bird, eat like a horse, work like crazy, fit like a glove.
Examples, after the exam, I slept like a baby. She ran like the wind to catch the bus. This shirt fits like a glove. It fits perfectly.
These are nice to learn as fixed phrases. You don't need to create new ones, just notice common ones in movies and books.
Part 6. Verb like versus preposition like. Enjoy versus similar.
This is where many learners get confused, so let's compare them side by side. Pair 1, coffee.
I like coffee. I enjoy drinking coffee. This tastes like coffee. The taste is similar to coffee.
First one, like is a verb, enjoy. Second one, like is a preposition, similar to.
6.2 Songs. I like this song. I enjoy this song. This song sounds like a movie soundtrack. It's similar to a movie soundtrack.
6.3 Jobs. I like my job. I enjoy my job. My job feels like a full-time workout. My job is similar to a workout, maybe very tiring.
So ask this question. Am I talking about feelings, enjoyment, or about comparison, similarity? Feeling, like, is a verb. I like something. Comparison, like, is a preposition. Looks like, tastes like.
If you remembered this, like becomes much easier.
Part 7. Powerful everyday expressions with like. Now, the fun part. Common expressions with like that make your English sound natural. We'll look at feel like doing, look like, seem or appear, be like, personality, it's like, explaining, something like that or something like that, anything like that, kind of like, sort of like. 7.1. I feel like plus ing.
I feel like plus ing is super useful for talking about what you want or what you're in the mood for. I feel like eating pizza. I feel like watching a movie. I feel like staying home tonight. I feel like taking a day off.
It's similar to I want to, but a little softer, more about your mood.
You can also use I don't feel like. I don't feel like going out tonight. I don't feel like talking right now.
7.2. Look like for appearance or probability. You look like you need some sleep. It looks like it's going to rain. They look like they're having fun.
It looks like is also used to talk about something that seems probable. It looks like we'll be late. It looks like he forgot his keys.
7.3. Be like for personality or typical behavior.
My sister is like a walking dictionary. She knows many words. He is like a teacher to me. She is like a second mother.
Here, be like is still about similarity, but often in a more abstract, emotional way. 7.4. It's like explaining or giving examples.
We often use it's like to help someone understand a situation. It's like when you're really hungry and you finally eat, that feeling. It's like living in two worlds at the same time. Learning a language is like training a muscle. You have to use it.
This helps your listener picture what you mean. 7.5. Something like that or something like that. We use something like that to be approximate, not exact. I usually go to bed around 11 or something like that. It cost about $30 or something like that. We'll meet around 6 or something like that.
Also, I normally have fruit, yogurt, something like that for breakfast.
7.6. Anything like that.
Anything like that is often used in negatives. I don't eat meat or anything like that. We didn't talk about politics or anything like that. There's no shop or anything like that near here.
7.7. Kind of like, sort of like. Kind of like and sort of like make comparisons softer. It's kind of like a mix between a cafe and a library. The taste is sort of like lemon, but sweeter. He's kind of like an older brother to me.
These phrases are very natural and very common in real speech.
Part 8. Spoken like as a filler and softener. Now let's talk about something you hear all the time in movies and real conversations. Spoken like as a filler.
Native speakers often use like when they need a second to think, want to sound less direct, are quoting speech in a casual way.
Examples. It was like really crowded. I was like so tired after work. He's like always late.
Here, like doesn't change the meaning. It changes the feeling of the sentence. It makes it softer, more casual, more conversational.
But be careful. Using like in every sentence can sound messy or childish.
If English is not your first language, it's totally fine to notice this use when you listen, maybe try using it a little later if it feels comfortable, but you don't need to use it a lot.
You can speak clear, natural English without using like as a filler. It's just one extra option. Part 9. Be like for quoting speech. Very casual.
There's another very common pattern. Be like plus quote. We use this to show what someone said or how they reacted in a very informal, storytelling way.
She was like, "No way." I was like, "Are you serious?" He was like, "I can't believe this."
Meaning, she said, "No way." I said, "Are you serious?" But be like is more about the feeling, the attitude, the reaction.
Example, mini story. I saw the price and I was like, "Wow, that's expensive."
This is very casual, used a lot in spoken English, especially among younger people. In more formal situations, it's better to say, he said or she told me.
Part 10. Like versus as. Quick, simple guide.
Many learners ask about like versus as, so let's give a simple explanation.
We usually use like before a noun or pronoun. He swims like a fish. It feels like summer. We often use as before a subject plus verb. Do as I say, not as I do. As I told you yesterday, the meeting is at 3.
Also, as can mean in the role as. She works as a teacher. That is her job. Like shows similarity. She works like a teacher. She acts similar to a teacher, but maybe that's not her real job.
This topic can be big and technical, but for today, use like for similar to with nouns. Use as for jobs, work as, and for as I said, as I told you.
You don't need to be perfect. Start simple.
Part 11. Guided speaking practice. Your turn.
Now it's your turn to speak. Don't just listen. Actually say the sentences out loud with us.
11.1. Like plus noun. Repeat after me. I like coffee. I like music. I like quiet mornings. I like this city. I like my friends.
Now make your own, out loud. I like blank. I like blank.
Think of real things in your life. 11.2. Like plus ing. Repeat. I like reading before bed. I like walking in the evening. I like listening to podcasts. I like learning English with English Pro Space.
Now you, I like ing in the morning. I like ing on weekends.
Fill in with your own actions. 11.3. Feel like ing. Repeat. I feel like eating something sweet. I feel like watching a movie. I feel like taking a break.
Now you, I feel like ing right now.
Say it out loud, even if it's simple. 11.4. It looks, sounds, feels, tastes like. Repeat. It looks like it's going to rain. It sounds like a good idea. Today feels like a long day. This drink tastes like mango.
Now create one. My day feels like blank. This food tastes like blank.
You can replay this part and practice again anytime. 11.5. Small conversation practice.
Let's do a short dialogue. You can pause and answer in the gaps.
Hey, what do you like doing in your free time? Your turn. Answer.
Nice. I like, say your own hobby, too.
And today I feel like your answer. Maybe later.
You can replay this part and practice again anytime.
Part 12. Mini story using many likes.
Let's listen to a short, simple story that uses like in many ways. Just listen first.
Yesterday was a long day. I like my job, but sometimes it feels like it never ends. In the morning, it was so hot that it felt like summer. At lunch, I felt like eating something light, so I had a salad. My coworker was like, "You should take a break," and I agreed. After work, I felt like watching something easy, so I turned on a comedy. The drink I made tasted like chocolate, even though it didn't have any. I like simple evenings like that, just relaxing at home, listening to music or something like that. Now let's highlight the different uses. I like my job means like equals enjoy, verb. Feels like it never ends means like equals similar to, comparison. Felt like summer means similar to summer. Felt like eating means want or in the mood to eat. Was like you should take a break means casual quoting of speech. Tasted like chocolate means similar taste. I like simple evenings like that means enjoy. Or something like that means approximate, not exact.
You can write a short story about your day using like in different ways, just like this.
Part 13. Common mistakes and gentle fixes.
Let's quickly review some mistakes and fix them calmly.
X. I like watch TV. Check. I like watching TV or I like to watch TV. X. She like music. Check. She likes music. X. This tastes like sweet. Check. This tastes sweet. Adjective. This tastes like sugar. Similar to sugar. X. I am like chocolate. If you mean you enjoy it. Check. I like chocolate. X. I feel to eat pizza. Check. I feel like eating pizza. Or I feel like pizza. Don't worry if you made these mistakes before. You're here on English Pro Space. You're improving, and that's what matters. Part 14. Your Practice Challenge. Write and speak.
Now it's your turn to really use this.
In the comments or in your notebook, try to write at least 4 sentences with like. Use different types. Like as a verb, enjoy. I like blank.
For example, I like reading fantasy books. This cake tastes like orange. I feel like going for a walk. It's like a small holiday in the middle of the week.
You can also answer this question in the comments. What do you like doing in your free time? And what do you feel like doing today?
We'd love to see your answers. Reading your comments helps you practice, and it helps other learners too.
Part 15. Wrap up and goodbye. Today, we explored many faces of like. Like as a verb, I like coffee. I like reading. Like as a preposition, looks like, feels like, tastes like. Everyday expressions, feel like, something like that, kind of like. Spoken like as a filler, and be like for quoting. A quick look at like versus as.
Remember, you don't need to be perfect. Use a few of these patterns slowly, again and again, and they will become natural.
Learning English takes time, but every small practice session helps. You chose to spend this time with English Pro Space, and we really appreciate it.
If this lesson helped you, give it a like, subscribe to English Pro Space, and share it with a friend who also wants to sound more natural in English.
Keep coming back, keep listening, keep speaking, even just a little every day.
Take care, keep practicing, and remember,
one small word like can make your English sound a lot more natural.
see you in the next lesson here on English Pro Space.